Hello, this is zwlemon, and today I'm going to be playing Fircoal in a very kind of impromptu match. Let me. I am running. Cool. Let me just minimize that. So yeah, um, looks like a bounty hunter is an automatic, almost an automatic open. I think I'm gonna open bounty hunter 2. I have another improvement. We have another improved hostelry game like yesterday versus London Spawn. And we have Rice Broker here too, so it looks like we really want that. You could argue there's an argument between Improve and Craftsman as the three here. Craftsman essentially gives you, um, yeah, Craftsman will just get you some fives earlier. Improve also is just good. Improve not bad as well. I was kind of feeling Improve. Well, we also have we have Herald draw as well. No. So we had a 4 here. It's probably just a Herald. I gotta get some horses here. Oh my gosh. That was a good hand. We'll probably take a Herald here. And a scouting party. They don't see their bounty hunter though. So that could be problematic. For me, this looks like I want it to be a rice broker and then possibly a hostlery. We also don't want to get martyr because we could give the opponent ruins that they could trash with rice broker. Um. So we are gonna exile in the state. It looks like just a rice broker, and then we did improve this. We improved this improve into a hostelry. Like that looks pretty reasonable to me. Do you have any sort of gains? I mean, eventually we will want the craftsman, I think, to get extra gains here. But for now, we can improve into a hostelry and get a few horses. Did I play as Herald first? Or, I mean, I really think I want to play the Rice Broker here. Well, we also kind of just want to get a Craftsman, right? Okay, they're going to get their first bounty hunter. But we do want to also bounty hunter some of our stuff here. It's hard for me to say exactly what I want to do. We do want to get a Craftsman here, I think. So we got... Okay, so they got 4. Now they have a Rice Broker and 4 debt. Okay. That makes sense. How we play this hand is going to be interesting. We could Rice Broker the horse. We could also just thin here a little bit. We also have, but I think I like Rice Brokering the horse and then going for probably a scouting party craftsman here because we will want that, I think. Craftsman is one of our main sources of gains here. It's the only real source of gains. We wanted to gain duchies here later in the game. So I don't mind rice brokering a horse. It'd be better to get the copper out as well. Because I'm mostly thinking about scouting party here, I might consider just rice brokering a copper here. There's two plays in my head. Well, if we hit a bounty hunter, it might be better. I might bounty hunter the horse, rice broker the horse here. Final answer. Well, it's only a one less draw and we get rid of a copper. I think with a scouting party here, maybe it's actually best to get rid of the copper. But we certainly don't have a guarantee of hitting scouting party. I'm gonna go... Ugh. We could also set up a dead turn next turn. I think I want to hit a craftsman here. This decision is killing me. I'm gonna take... I'll take the safer route and go horse here. Here. Well, we won't draw whatever's there. I could have also practiced that bounty hunter. Do I want to practice that bounty hunter? Let's keep it for now. Let's just... Oh, I should have... That was actually a mistake. I should have scouting partied there and then... I should have scouting... I think Fircoal is probably gonna try to live in debt for the rest of the game. Let's take a hostlery here, of course. Another craftsman, right? Yes, that's gonna be good. Alright, I guess they have to end their turn here. I probably get a rice broker my own hosiery. Probably play this. Play one of these. I really want another... I do want another craftsman, though. We do want to kind of go up in gains. So I might practice for a craftsman and a hosiery, maybe. It's probably reasonable. We do want another hosiery. We do want another craftsman here. We will want to take another hosiery. This is kind of... I am sorry. I'm sorry. What if I... Let me do this. Here. Let's get a craftsman here. We do need to trash some copper soon. Okay, so what's our plan here? I mean, we're going up in gains. Okay, it looks like their deck stopped there, so that's good. But we just need to be careful. They gained a rice thing to rice broker, okay. Let's see. I think we probably play one hosiery. Probably this horse. I think we do want to get rid of this. Now I could actually get This could be a game. This is totally a possibility. This could certainly be a game where you just let's first off we could get this, we could exile this horse to get out of debt, but here's kind of the reality: we might actually never get out of debt. So I don't know. I think a hostler and a rice broker looks fine here, and we kind of accept. And our main goal here is we accept the fact that we're probably gonna never get out of debt. And then from here, what our plan here is basically we kind of try to gain and play a lot of craftsmen. Also, and we'll take in our rice broker here. Ideally, we may never get out of debt. We do need to thin some of these coppers out. But with a huge hostile return like that, we may be catching up, I would say. We kind of have to accept that we aren't getting out of debt. We need to get a lot of craftsmen. And that, we probably just need to keep gaining and playing some craftsmen, possibly some improves. And we kind of go down that way. Maybe that first herald should have been maybe in... That first herald could have probably been something else, maybe. First herald could have been essentially a craftsman. I wasn't... I guess they're trying to see what they're trashing coppers or not. They have more copper trash than I do. I had to end up trashing more hostilities, which is not the best. You probably, at some point, you start getting horses. Okay, you can exile a hostelry. You may retire. Are you going to play a denial play, get a hostelry? But I don't think that's very good. Rice broker, okay. I mean, getting the ruined village, that doesn't seem too bad. Let's see. We'll play both of these because I don't want to trash them. Let's see. I think I'd actually prefer to trash a copper. You can trash 2 here, I think. Here. Got a craftsman and another craftsman. We have 2 more craftsmen gain and plays. So, I mean, it could be our rice broker here. If you gain and play 1 more craftsman, it could be a rice broker. And then we can... We can kind of just create more craftsmen and just never get out of debt. What if this is craftsman, rice broker, we draw into it, and we get the lot. We can craftsman, right? We could probably exile a horse here to get some money. We can craftsman the craftsman. We can craftsman the craftsman and play more. Well, We want to conserve some of these horses, I think. What is... It could be Craftsman Improve? Or maybe it's probably just Craftsman Walled... Could just be Craftsman Walled Village here. And then we'd use one more horse. And then we'd probably get a hostlery. That looks like a fairly fine play. To empty with only a couple of craftsmen seems hard. And then our last craftsman maybe on a rice broker, perhaps. No, I think we'd rather have a rice broker. Even if we draw it, we don't need to do anything with this turn. Probably rice broker, craftsman. I think we take a rice broker. I think we take a craftsman. And then, for sure, what we're going to do here is going to hostlery. Yes, discard you from exile. That debt is going to stay probably forever. Trashing your ruins looks good. I'm just... I may be being a little bit too ambitious with this craftsman. You're non-dead, and I am. Maybe that'll... Maybe... I've accepted I'm not getting out of debt. I think we need to use our rice broker. Generally speaking, we want to use our rice brokers on coppers and horses here. If they can buy province here, they'll be in a good spot. They're going to buy a duchy, likely. Okay. The good news... Oh, well, no, they're going to get the last hostlery here. Okay. Here, you only have 2 craftsmen. And what's your gameplay? Getting all the craftsmen and then getting all the rice... As long as I don't lower rice brokers, I think we'll be okay. Can play one of these. Oh my gosh. Wow. We probably get rid of a horse here. We probably do have to trash this horse here. So we want to get some of these coppers out if we can. They're not gonna really be doing us a lot of good. Okay, we want to go up. What's our play? We go up. We want to go up some few duchies here. We can. The amount of debt we're in is probably going to stay about the same. Let's play one hostlery, I think, because we certainly do want to play it. We're going to keep this horse around because we need to draw. We craftsman for one more craftsman. Good craftsman for a... We can craftsman for a walled village. We can craftsman for a walled village because we are going to need more. Oh, there's a herald down there. That stinks. Well, no, it's not too bad, maybe. With a craftsman for a craftsman, what's our end game? We can't. We are short of really ending the game. So because we could get all craftsmen, then we have to spend our craftsmen on brokers. So that's off the. You have how many improves? You have one improvement. No, all your improves are trashed. So, and you only have 2 gains. You're gonna want to lower the duchy pile as much as you can. I think we take maybe like probably like one walled village here, right? Because we aren't really gaining. The goal here, we're not really gaining off money anymore. That's gone. We do want to probably still keep bounty hunter here. Let's gain a walled village. Is that even what we want? How many duchies do we even gain? We gain a few. Is this what we want to do? 1, 2, 3, and then we get all the craftsmen. Yeah, we are short of any real meaningful gains. So yeah, we can't win this turn. But it's fine. The wall of the village will add a little bit of buffer. Yeah, there's nothing that we can really do to get out of this point. There's nothing we can really do to get out of this point. So we can go. If I go double craftsman, dude, that doesn't look great. We could get a sneak witch. That'd be funny. But that's something we could actually do with our deck. You have 1 improve. I don't think you actually. We want to get some duchies here. I want to take a duchy. And then. How many do I try? How many duchies do I try to take? I mean, I could just try to go like the crafts. I could try to go 1 more craftsman, 1 more rice broker. I don't think you have the gains to deal with that. 1 more craftsman, 1 more rice broker. And then we could just do double duchy. I don't think you have it. This piles are getting low. But like with only 2 gains and you can empty craftsman and then you can empty rice broker, but like whatever I do, probably just take a duchy at this point. No, we're not discarding that from exile. And I don't think you have it. Now we're just going to end it. Sure. Okay, we just needed a kind of a good starting hand. Okay, now we just kind of you could practice it, but it still looks a little too low. I think I did lower piles some, sure. You're trashing money, which is a good sign to me. You probably take duchies now. Or you don't really... I guess you're... I might not have the villages to do it. That's like one of the only things that I actually am concerned about. Like, maybe that should have been our walled village there. It's 5 craftsmen. We have to play 8 of them. I think whatever we do lower duchies. This deck actually has a huge potential of dudding, which isn't ideal. I think we save this Herald for some gain and play stuff. We have to play 8. Which I don't actually think with being in as much debt as we are in, we may not be able to actually end this. Well, actually, no. With Rice Broker, this is doable. You've got a province here, I assume, right? Take a province. Okay. We only need 1 duchy to win, though. So that's kind of the good thing. That's the good news for now. I can Rice Broker you. This totally should be winning. I think that's a Hosserly down there. I think you could Craftsman the Craftsman, which we can... So let's just like think, if that's a Hosserly down there, which I think it is, we should be winning. Yeah, like we play Craftsman the Craftsman, we gain a Craftsman, and then we gain 1 more Craftsman off that. Yeah, we Craftsman and the Craftsman. We Craftsman and gain another Craftsman, which I think... Let me just do this out. If this is... Yeah, we only need to get 1 duchy to win, so we just need to empty Craftsman and Rice Brokers here. So... Craftsman, we will play that other Craftsman. Are we short on... Village? Are we short on village? 1, 2. We're gonna have... Okay, so we Craftsman the Craftsman. We play another Craftsman. We Craftsman the Craftsman. We play another Craftsman. We play another Craftsman using Herald. Let me just think. Okay, let's think. It's basically going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we actually might not have enough. I think we still do this, even if we don't have a win. We just empty duchies here. Craftsman, the Craftsman, and this 1, 2, 3. We are short. Or what if we got a walled village here? Wait, if we got a walled village here, maybe this works. If we get a walled village, now we have how many clays? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Working this out in my head. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's 5. But that also doesn't get us anywhere on Craftsman. So what we have to do is empty duchy. We're actually short a village, so maybe if that hmm. So we do 4 if we get a village. We only get 4 craftsman plays, and we can't get any higher. So we're gonna have to just take the duchies here, I think. Which I think we're gonna gain short. So maybe if that was a walled village, we would have won. But like, we aren't gonna have the village near. Yeah. The only thing I can think to do is just do this. And maybe we have to hope that we have a good turn next turn. It's not, I don't love it. I think you just have to get a province here, and I just have to hope that I can see more craftsmen. We have a bunch of duchies in our deck, though. Forge. I could rice broker the copper or rice broker the craftsman. I think we rice broker copper here. Get the copper here. Okay, we see it. Cool. All right. Cool. We got a game. Yeah, I really just had to kind of lean the craftsman stuff there. Just kind of had to believe it was going to work out in the end. I mean, it really could have been bad had... Like, that could have been a lot worse, consider if, like, well, I think it's going to make that a lot worse. Cursed Herbalist. We look... I'm looking at what's looking like could be a very good MagP experiment open. There's an argument for Jack, but I'm sure this has to kind of be experiment here. Like, the thing with experiment is that you can kind of... It could go bad, but there's a lot of good to choose here. I think I'm going to go experiment, and... Yeah, we'll do experiment. Jack does have the ability. So Jack's good for at least trashing some stuff. Maybe you're going Jack Herbalist, and maybe that's not terrible. MagP seems fine. Jack seems not bad. Like, Jack and MagP. Maybe I just want to hit... Probably just want to hit 5. I don't know when I get... This is a weird play. You could... Maybe it's still just experiment MagP. Jack's not a terrible open. I do think I want to hit Vampire, though, to eventually start hitting Governors. I mean, with my open, I think MagP is probably just better at this point. I think if you're doing Jack, you're probably doing Herbalist stuff. Yeah, you're probably doing that. Though, you got a great... That is a great loot to get. We'll take our Jack here. I don't mind it. Yeah, that does help you to hit 5. Governor, okay. Okay, kind of bad here. Maybe that was the play. This Curse Herbalist even makes sense. Maybe. I mean, maybe. If you're playing Governor, you'll be drawing me more stuff, but maybe I still have to do Experiment. It's hard to say. We'll take Curse Herbalist somewhat soon, I guess. That's good. Here, at this point, we're just going to take one. Well, that may help us hit 5 at some point in our lives. You certainly have more Governors. Not having some, not the best like opening draws, but whatever. Just gonna go modify stuff. Okay. Now what do I want with 5? I want a thin. But maybe, maybe a Governor is just going to be better off the bat. Like, I want to do Vampire stuff, but it almost seems like really late for that. We have Silvers in our deck. Could be Modify. Dude. It really doesn't matter. I think most of it's losing at this point. But I think a Governor looks fine. Maybe that's... I'll take one Governor. I could probably just trash this Curse. Probably just have to take a Governor at this point. Which I'm not thrilled about. Well, okay. I mean, that could still be a lot worse. Considering everything that's happening. Well, Insignia kind of is good here. I mean, the time to get Governor has... that's a good one. Oh, nice. We hit it. We hit it finally. Well, we kind of have to do this now. It's not too bad. You can top deck Experiments, top deck a Governor. Top deck all those Experiments. Guess you'll have a good turn next turn. What do I want? Yes, you can gain a province. Though I need this probably... Yeah, this is so losing. You have so many... Okay, you have like so many loots. You have so many loots at this point, and like... Could it just be Vampire Gov? Could be. This is just like so losing. I'll just do Vampire Governor for now. Do we just have to like force this Magpie? It's kind of terrible, but it's not been playing that well for us. Looks like they're just going for a huge turn here to get the puzzle box. I think probably get a Governor. I could. I could trash this Magpie for a Governor. I could just... This is so over, bro. Let's just trash this puzzle box for a province. I don't want to do that. I think I actually take the governor. I'm not even joking. Like, this is not... Like, I am so serious right now. These governors aren't going to do crap. Also, we'll take a modify. I think we just put this cursor. We do want to modify here, but I think it's almost got to be experiment governor at some point. Did we? Normally the curse pile would be super low. Maybe Fircoal has it with this turn. If you have insignia, you should have played that first. Okay, playing your jack with staff. Reasonable. Do you just empty... Do you empty governors? Are you gonna empty governors here? Province. Man, I almost want to modify, but like it just looks way too late for that. This is like a losing game already, but I mean, like... Okay, take the experiment. You could take all the experiments. These modifiers look good. These partitions. Not the... I could certainly not be playing this the best. Do we just take governor? Well, no. We don't really want to lower our pile. The reason to not do that is we don't want to lower piles too much. I think we can trash this. If you do any governor stuff this turn, you can... I can trash this, probably jack for a duchy here. Or a vampire. Certainly tempting to do. I think we just need to make sure. What's the third pile if there's a pile out? There isn't a third pile. Well, experiment is. Yeah, that's... No, experiment's a third pile, especially with... Double province. Top deck these experiments. You will... Alright. That makes sense. And then just double prov. Yeah. Well, we kind of basically have to win this turn. How likely is that looking? Judging by this hand, very unlikely. Well, wait a second. It may not actually be over yet. We have... You could get a province if I governor trash is the problem. So I think I have to draw once more of this. If I draw, I guarantee C Magpie. What's our win condition here? It would be get governors. Are we? Somehow make up at a lead I'm not gonna make up, and also there's a that's a vampire down there. So we also don't have a village. Could be a gold. Could be a gold, but like, ugh. You really can't. What can we do? We could probably resign. If I was smart, maybe that's what I would do. Let's just lose. I know. This is you're gonna trash a loot. Oh, you don't trash a loot. Amazing. So, what do I have to do here? This could be with you play your experiments. I don't know how many gains you got. It could just be triple duchy looks okay, and then maybe one more governor. This is losing, but so you can only gain is it another governor or is it another duchy? You have a pile out. You have a pretty easy pile out, all things considered. You do have a bunch of... How many experiments did you top deck last turn? Top deck like 4. Well, you'll still have gains, but it should be easy. There's also the pile out on duchies too. I don't know. We probably have to do something terrible like this. Like, also you just have a duchy pile out too. Here. Yeah, this is just bad too. It's all bad. Yeah. Yeah, this is just not gonna work. Yeah, the staff pool is really good. Yeah, that's what happens. I probably could have resigned that one earlier, but yeah. All right. All right, GG. I will be back in a little bit. We're back. We are back. Okay, so what? This looks awful off the bat. It could actually be... Could look at Guardian, Den of Sin. Very Nocturne heavy. Den of Sin, Guardian, Shepherd. Anyways, to set that up. Ugh. Looks gross. I mean, honestly... Is Silver Shepherd the right play? I don't actually like Chimog. Dennison could possibly set up for your Shepherd turns, even with minion attack. Maybe it's actually minion Shepherds. There aren't any gains. There's no plus buy here, and there's Chariot. And there's Chariot Race, not one of my favorite cards. Triumph here is taunting us. Well, I guess there's Livery, but Livery you can't gain. You can't gain the horses off into state. There's no gain here. There's like no gain potential here. Okay. Looks awful. Looks just awful, bro. You probably do have to play with Shepherd here. As much as you wouldn't like it. And your familiars, even if you go for it. What a terrible board, dude. Well, how would you play this? You want a lot of denizens, I think. Guardian, you should maybe be able to get into play a lot. So maybe opening, if they open Potion, maybe open Guardian's not even that bad. Could Shepherd looks reasonable. Is it Silver Shepherd look fine? It's gonna come down to how this shuffles. That's all it really is. But Silver Shepherd looks fine. You open Shepherd. You want to hit Denizen. You almost just want to hit Denizen. And then you're probably just... Like, it looks like you just want to hit Denizen, and then you just want to keep, like, Denizening Shepherding stuff, possibly. This is the saddest T-Mog board I've ever seen. What's the option we don't go Shepherd? We actually skip Shepherd. How would that look? We get T-Mog gains. Well, I guess you... I said there was no gains, and there's Transmogrify here. Swamp Shack doesn't look good. Silver doesn't look good. So many things don't look good. I think you gotta play a Shepherd here. Just because there's no gains. I guess you could receive Tribute off Transmogging, but that doesn't look great either. I guess I'm gonna do Silver Shepherd, I guess, you know. We can do Silver Shepherd and then maybe go into something good. I don't even know. This is probably just Silver Shepherd. It could be Chariot Race here too. I think yeah. Well, this is Chariot Race. Did you actually score off that? Yeah, okay. Want to hit the resign button right now? I mean, let's not be too moody. Let's not be too moody. This game just, like, essentially you shuffle well and you win. And I'm not shuffling well. Here, let's take this. We're going to take... And now we're going to take our Denizen. Yeah, this is... Alright. Let's just play this Dumb Kingdom. Can at least be over soon. Keep getting Denizens, probably. At least that one didn't hit. Province. Chariot Race. Nurse Shepherd. Chariot Race. We got one. Amazing. Province. We got a Denizen down there. Amazing. Denizen, right? Okay. We actually got one. We got one on Chariot Race. Could be another Denizen. Could just be another Shepherd. There's a Shepherd down there. Denizen basically guarantees. How many do we have? We have 2 dens. think it's just gotta be done. We guarantee we see all our green cards down there, and then, yeah. Sure, let's just do double den. Shepherd's bottom decked, then it's good. Okay, you see all your stuff, you'll buy province, you'll do all that den stuff. I think we have to play this. Okay, cool. We are seeing stuff. Amazing. And then, alright, now we have to get a province. We also don't have a shepherd. Our copper is bomb decked. That could be done for you. Alright, so do I have to run Duchy? Because this is shepherd. I mean, probably is just Duchy here. Don't love it. I'd love another shepherd, but can't really afford that at the moment. Oh, at least a province. We have a province top decked. I mean, things could certainly be worse. Yeah, you gotta take the duchy. Yeah, that hits. But this is not gonna hit. Do I take another duchy? We have a terrible shuffle coming in. That should have if I'm taking it. I'm taking a shepherd now. And this should just be a duchy. Maybe earlier that should have been a shepherd. Would it have changed much? No. If we do a shepherd can let us draw more and trigger bad shuffles. Almost guaranteed we don't see what we want, but let's do it. Our only chance of winning is if your deck crashes and burns anyways. So, yeah, if it not correct. Your deck is not going to crash and burn. So you'll province here. You play your dens. Yeah. Now this is what should have been a shepherd. Oh well. Alright. Alright. Just not much you can do about that one. I'll give you a GG, even though I don't feel, you know, so just not much you can do about that one. Okay, we do start as player 1 here, so at least that was a player 2 board, so we can't be too upset. Ali Rays looks fine. Ali Rays looks fine. There's an argument for Baron open, but I think I just want to do stuff that this is a Joust Kingdom, so I don't know. I think there's an argument for Baron here. Let's look. I think Ali Rays just allows you a lot of really good cycling. If we don't hit 5, we hit 4, just take Baron. And then that should help us to do... Should probably help us to get some important price points. There's Jack. There's Jack to consider. There's Remodel to consider. Man, just like Remodel... Let's think about this, because it's all... Inspiring Death card. These estates Maybe 4 is actually a remodel. It's hard to say. Could be Alley Silver, which guarantees 5. Could be Alley Silver and we get Joust remodel. But also, I don't know, the cycling just from Grace seems really good. And I think we could likely hit 5. We shuffle well enough. So we have Alley Raise on the top. Looking not bad. We have remodel. It's good. I think it's you gotta be Alley because at least we are at least more or less. I think it's just gotta be Alley just for its cycling benefits. It's just gonna be so good here. Like maybe later we take remodel or bear on a more payloadish card, but I think Alley Raise looks fine as an open. I mean nothing else. Baron if it high rolls could be good, but I don't know. I think I like Alley. Baron makes sense. Here. Now we could take a Baron, I think. Baron doesn't look bad now. Alright, this. Now we'll take our Joust. Now, I could trash this Raise for the explicit purpose of trying to see a copper. Try to see our Joust. If we see our Joust, we could... If we see our Joust, then we'll be in a really good spot to hit 8, and we'll already be on our way to rewards. We don't hit it here, but it's not the end of the world. I like Joust. I like Joust Raise here, I think. Alley, if we see... We aren't seeing Baron, but... Well, we'll have a... Could he actually even... Do we do a hireling? It's not actually obvious. We have to... It's not entirely obvious to me. We could... If we put a... Let's just do another Joust here. Let's do one more Joust. And here... Now you gotta take your Joust. The hireling makes sense. Do we see an estate? We do see an our estate. Our beloved, dude. Here, we're gonna take a province now. Excellent. Alright. You're a lot thinner now, that's just a little concerning. We either hit something good or we don't. We don't, but it's okay for now. We're gonna go one more Joust here. And we're just gonna try to really lean hard into the rewards. Yeah. We will see our province here, so that's good. Alright, you don't have a province. I know... Alright, you don't have a province. This is... We want probably a Corsair. If I do... Okay, there is another option we could do here. Instead of just Courser. I could probably run Alley here. For the explicit purpose of like trying to get trying to see our stuff. But actually, no, let's go to... We are gonna run cards action here. Well, if we do cards action and we... Is Courser the right choice? Is triggering this shuffle good? What do we even have in the trash? I don't even know if we trash very much. I don't think we have. What's... It might... Courser might not be right here. I think a Renown looks more correct. And then we, from here... I figure Renown, maybe just double Alley. I think that looks fine. I think we probably just want to do this. We hunted down the rewards, but... You can hit 8, yeah. We have Renown, so there's that. Alright. We'll probably need to do this. We're going to take a province here. I gotta take a... Probably Domain, I guess? Probably... Domain seems reasonable to you. Province, like raise or something. You have double in yours. I think it has to be a Courser here. Cards in action. Alright, here. You also have remodel stuff. But you don't have it right now, which is like one of my saving graces is you don't have that right now. Probably not even... Okay, this is... I'm not counting my draw. Wait, what if I probably actually want this to be a cornet. Well, crap. It's actually not. How's Carl huge turnip? You have like potential for doubles, so I can't really... I think it has... It might actually have to be this cornet. Alright, well... I think it just has to be. It could be. It's a little bit too late for a hireling at this point. I think we just need one more alley. Okay, I guess it's maybe a hireling for you, maybe. I'm basically just rushing to get rewards, but... Well, actually, if we do see a province, we could be in a good spot. Despite everything. Alright. It might actually have to be freaking huge turnip. I'm not loving it. But this deck is just like sad. Alright, here we go. Could just be... It's gotta just be double duchy at this point, man. I absolutely need House Carl, but I need it with... good stuff. You'll take probably, I don't know. If we just trigger this shuffle, we'll be fine. I think. Probably just have to take a province. What a messy game, bro. Like, none of my stuff is super collided. 2 cards in action. Oh my goodness, do we see it? House Carl! House Carl! Let's go! Actually, may not even want to set it aside. Yeah, we'll take you. I don't actually want to set you aside. Alright, Joust wins the game. Well, actually, I haven't counted, but this surely wins. Yeah, this is fine. Alright. None of my stuff collided at the beginning, but we had all the rewards, so it worked out. Just rush spam rewards was... I had to, man. I don't think so. I wasn't trying to do it. Alright. Wheelwright Artist looks, already off the bat, looks pretty interesting. Okay, good. I don't think I want to play a Miser. No Village. Ah, I see. I see. Looks like Courier Dungeon looks... Courier Dungeon looks fine here. That last one was just Joust spam. I don't know. I didn't have great shuffles either, but like... Then again, you didn't see any of your rewards when you had Joust, so and got all of them. So I really maybe it didn't. Maybe mine were bad, but yours might have actually been worse. You know, funny enough. So it's like it's weird because I was like I felt like I was fighting the shuffler the entire time for the most part. But yeah, we have 2-2, so that's good. Um, I think a courier dungeon looks fine here. Maybe we try to. Ugh. When do we get? Do we get? We probably get artists before wheelwright. Like, kind of probably going for dual dungeons here looks not terrible. And then, like, when you play a dungeon, you can, you can discard what you want to play with courier and then play that with courier. So it's got to be a courier dungeon open. It looks like it's not very inspiring with only like artist draw, and then maybe you get a terminal plus buyer with herbalist or marquee. And then you probably road network is going to be good here because this board's so bad. Um, I think it's got to be a courier for me. I don't believe in Miser here. It certainly could be a play. Alright, cool. You get cool. Is this just courier stack? Okay, so we didn't see. Is it? Is this for triggering a new shuffle? Doesn't the second dungeon honestly seem like crazy? Even if we could hit courier? I feel like I really want that cycling, dude. I feel like I really want some cycling, but it's like it may miss. It might miss if we do it, but I think after that we just try to get couriers. Maybe we just try to courier stack and then artist stuff. I don't know. I don't think I hate dungeon here. Let's do a dungeon. Let's do it because we can. Maybe that should have been courier. Alright. So now we're going to get a wheelwright. Oh yeah, we do. Maybe it should be maybe we should get into a courier here. Artist, yeah. Okay. A lot of, well, good news. Let's take one more courier, then an artist, probably. That's what I think. Are you going to get the discard an artist off the bat? That'd be really good for you if you could. Okay, you do see your artist. Well, we need an artist ourselves. So we do need an artist ourselves, so we'll take one this turn. Road network looks fine. Courier. Wheelwright. Don't discard. Now we're taking our artist. I'd like to discard some with wheelwright. Are you gonna get that artist? Yeah, you get that nice artist discard. Road network. Is there anything I could have done? Anything I could have done differently? Probably just one more courier, honestly. Did we not see our dungeon? Oh, that's terrible. Oh, this also does not. Oh, well, actually, this is not as bad as you would think. Because here's what you can do. Look at this beautiful play. You can discard this artist and get another artist, and you can put this into play. So yeah, that's actually pretty good. We have another courier. How many would we only draw 3? I think it's more important. It's probably more important just to get this dungeon in play. Then we'll probably take our like road network here. Probably take our road network here, and then I don't know. We will need it, and then pretty soon we will want to get a marquee, I think. Oh, did I put 2? I thought I played it. Okay, that was screwed. Well, I screwed that up. It's actually really bad. Well, maybe. I thought if we can get a wheelwright. Okay, I thought I could have sworn that I should have been a little more careful than I was, but playing both of these are bad. Here, I just take a province here. Okay, well. Okay, so I looked at 2 artists. Here we could one. Do I basically? I'm triggering a terrible next turn if I do this. So maybe we just. If I do, we draw 3, but that's not. We really are setting ourselves up for a dud. See, yeah, that was so bad. I think it's got to be an artist. If we play artist, it's 1/1, and then we do hit province, which is good, but we basically have to rely on. Maybe we take a marquee here. That wouldn't be That wouldn't be too insane. Though we do need the fresh shuffle. And we could also probably put more treasures in our deck if we do marquee. Let's see, how does this play? If you do yeah, I think that double dungeon play, me just being careless, cost me there. Luckily, you will draw me one, I think. Maybe just take another. I'd take another courier. I'd probably be playing a little careless here, honestly. So I kind of I deserved a little bit. Yeah, I can undo that. I played this carelessly. You have you, let's see what's down there. Yeah. NP, I'm buying. Doesn't really matter. Might resign here. If I can't kick off this turn, they'll resign. Alright. Here. This is just like... Honestly, let's just resign. That was just poor play on my part. That was poor play, and I made a blunder, and I was like, let's play this one a little bit slower here. Alright. We'll do... What is... This pageant... I guess it's just silver remake, honestly. You're not going to get... Actually, I think I prefer pageant. I think I just prefer pageant here to probably get a remake. I guess we just take a... I don't love this. Do I go for... This is terrible. Do I go for silver copper trash or do I go for siren here? With remake, there is strongish thinning around, so I honestly might. You know, if I don't want a silver in my deck, I could just take sirens. That's actually kind of funny. I think I actually would. It wouldn't be that bad to, okay, do I take a market? Market doesn't look terrible. I don't know if I want Curse. I'm not sure I want Curse of Village. I think we probably eventually want to do City Quarter stuff. Do I just go for it now? Well, no. It might honestly just be a Necromancer. We're doing a long time without actually, Wait, let's undo this. Let's just do, like... We'll take, like, 1 silver, and then we'll just probably get a market. Honestly... At this point, I honestly probably just take a Necro. Is that really what we want to do? Well, I mean, good. It'd be good to gain something off of remake later. Gotta take a market. We can start going for city core stuff pretty soon. Whatever. We can just trash these coppers and then... I was gonna try to do something cool, but it did not work. Okay, cool. We'll just get like an ironworks here. Or maybe it's actually city quarter. Do we actually... I mean, this is a weird... We might actually take the city quarter. Only is... I think we actually take the city quarter here. Like, I think that's actually preferable. Like, we take the city quarter and then, like... What's our draw look like? We have... We will basically have to trash a... I think I actually do take a city quarter here. I don't love it. But, like, we do want to, like, get thin pretty soon. Our other option here is just, like... Certainly they're more thin. Wait. There's totally a reason to do it. But... What if it's actually another Well, the remake's not gonna work. What's even down there? I'm sorry. What is down there? So trash the Necro. I do have the Siren in play. If we do an Ironworks, we won't have enough draw to get everything we want. What if this is another Necro? I think the only way to get another one in play is to do this and trash a market. But I don't know if I love that. We might just take the Ironworks now. I do want to hit It's kind of presents like some really bad options here. So it's like if we take the ironworks, then we can't draw everything up, and we're a village short. We will basically have to put. If we take. We may just have to accept that we're going to give them a market in Necro. Alright. Do we have enough money to do this? We have two. We might just take the iron. We might just take the ironworks here. I just... Alright, we do need the... We aren't going to get the Siren in play this turn. Maybe that should have just totally been like a city quarter. They are really thin, and that's actually concerning to me. We do actually need the city quarter really badly here. Alright. We can probably just do this. Trash this for now. We do want the ironworks. Ironworks will be in the trash. It might actually be Necro. Could be Necro Ironworks. Or not Necro Ironworks. Necro. Double Necro. Could just be double Necro City Quarter. Alright. Well... Okay. Alright, I guess we could just zombie spy real quick. We'll top deck you. Well, we can ironworks and iron. We can probably just ironworks and ironworks here. Alright, here we have 3 debts. Okay, we can pay all that off. I guess you're gonna trash that? Oh no, maybe now you're gonna zombie mason some of these ironworks. I guess you're trying to gameplay a lot of ironworks here. I feel like to some degree I definitely misplay what I've been doing. Imagine you ironworks for more ironworks. One good thing is you don't seem to ever be getting out of debt. Which means I can get more city quarters, probably. Probably more ironworks, right? We could also Zombie Mason. We'll certainly want to play this. I could also... I don't know, actually. I don't actually know if I want to give... we can Necro and play Zombie Mason, or we could just... I think we'll have to put the remake in the... well, we don't want to put the remake in the trash. We have to decide now what we're going to do. I don't love what I'm... I don't love putting a remake in the trash. Oh, wait, it's a market and a city core down there, so... it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine here. Just zombie spy. Yeah, we just topped a queue. Let's see, there's a curse down there. Maybe just get in our ironworks here. We could get an ironworks here, and then, I don't know, it's... from here... if we ironworks more ironworks, can we... we could ironworks more ironworks, and we could also just get a... or ironworks and our Necro. I like the Necro better. Piles are getting low, so that's something important to keep in mind. Let's take a Necro, just because it's like a little bit more safe, I think. What are the odds? Well, you have to empty curse. Okay, let's look at our gains here. And think what we have to do if we just mindlessly buy a... you have 3... I have 3 Necros, which means you have 5 Necromancers. 3 of which you can play as Ironworks. I have 2 Ironworks, 3 are in the trash, and so you have 2 Ironworks. So what are the odds you empty Ironworks and then you empty something else? It's actually pretty high. I don't love... I have Necros, and we should have some reliability outside of City Quarter. But we also... do we want a Necro for that reason? You also have an extra curse to get out of your deck. If we aren't gonna score... you have some pretty serious gain potential here that I am concerned about. I mean, if certainly we play this. If we take the other city quarter, we're committing to almost... if we take the other city quarter, we're basically just committing... you have to end the game this turn, basically. Just on a small feat, but, like... we're gonna have to basically go for the pile-on next turn. I think we kind of... I feel like this is forced. Yeah, we're just gonna do this and then buys. This... you gotta win this turn, which is very doable for you. It's probably time for me to admit I probably could have played the last game a little better. I think you should be able to win here. Certainly feels like you should. Alright. You have to empty on sirens if you get. It's kind of tense. I don't. You could I feel like you have the potential to do it. It's like. Getting the ironworks makes sense. I feel like he's so. I feel like you should be able to do this. It is going to require a lot of gains. Maybe taking the Necro is bad. If you're doing that, you probably... Alright, so basically... You win this turn, or I win. Diluted helps a lot. Diluted, I think, helps me. Are you going? This is the last ironworks you can play from the trash. Curse doesn't get you anything. We'll see. You have to buy curses now. I mean, not that you're going to buy anything here. Pretty tense. Trash is a siren. You have a few more. It looks unlikely you have it. Okay. Okay. You have how many? You have how many more ironworks? It looks very unlikely if you have to like draw with Necro. You have to do Siren to get that to work, and then there are 3 in the trash. All your Necros are. It doesn't look like it's here. It doesn't look like it's here, but maybe I'm wrong. Let's see, you have a remake. You can remake stuff. I have. Maybe you just have to go up in points and hope I don't win. I think if you had it, you would be going a little harder. It seemed it did seem a little bit of a tall order, but maybe you do have it. I'm not sure. The ironworks. Was that Necro on safe last turn? Oh, going for the remake pile out. Or maybe you just go for. Duchy. Yeah, okay. Okay. So. Let's start by playing a city quarter. How many. If we play all. We could take. Maybe it's I think it's remakes. Right? We do silver. Alright, so probably it's remakes. Probably it's on remakes, and then we take it simply. If it's silver siren, yeah, and then we just end empty remakes. Yeah, this is totally here. I think it's just silver because there's a remake in the trash. We can only play 2 though. That's fine. Yeah, I think it's just I think we pretty much just have it on remakes. Yeah, like silver siren remake. We just. Yeah, silver siren remake, and then we just get the duchy pile. That looks winning. Okay. And then we can probably. How many remakes? We'll have to count this. We'll have to count our gains out a little bit. Oh, wait. Does that draw the remakes? It does. That draws 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, this should. This should draw the remix, and then we can just give it 1. All right. Yeah. Okay, cool. I really will take a 3/3 versus Fircoal. Yeah, like maybe you could have got a win, but I'm not entirely sure. Like maybe there was a win, but I'm not sure. They might also not be in the mood to talk about this, you know. So I'll just say, I'll report. How am I thinking? Like, yeah, it's just basically a remake pile. It's like if you couldn't pile it there. It's probably the best I could do. Alright, so we basically got 3/3 on Fircoal, and I'm pretty happy about that. We're pretty happy about that 3/3 there. I mean, I was... I don't know. Fircoal thinned more, but I don't think they had great shovels on the last one, and that's how I was able to probably just get the win there, you know? I did say I'd report, so I'll report after this, but... Yeah, let's see, going for the games. Game 1... Craftsman stuff worked out. I mean, just emptying the duchies, I guess there was not really much else you could do there. So, I mean, like, lowering Craftsman, going really ham in the gameplay. I also had a good enough last hand to pile out, so that was nice. That certainly could have not happened with 5 duchies in the deck all of a sudden. So that was game 1. Game 2... What's game 2? Game 3 was... I don't remember game 2. Oh, game 2 was the governor one. I think I had my shuffles were poor enough. I just wasn't going to win that one. Same with game 3. Game 3 was like brain dead. Game 3 was brain dead. Like, it's one of those boards where, like, at a high enough level, everyone's going to know what to do when it comes down to shuffle luck. I mean, I've won those. I shouldn't be too There's no reason to be salty about that, because I've won games like that before, you know? So it's just going to happen when you play this game. Game 4 was frantically looking for rewards. We're just trying to get as many rewards as possible. Literally just using alleys or whatever I could to like try to get there. I didn't even really have time to thin. That one, the shuffles, mine were bad, but my opponents must have been even worse if they were just missing, like, if they were just missing province in their hand, you know? So I guess that was lucky for me. Game 5, I played carelessly. I did deserve to lose that one because I didn't check to see if the dungeon I played. So when I played 2 dungeons in a turn, the game was basically over, you know? I wanted to have them alternating, but playing them two really affected the artist draw, and yeah, my deck never recovered. So that was game 6. I don't know. I feel like I was just player 1. I more or less just got some better positioning, and then I don't really know. I think generally, I don't know if there was much Fircoal could do in their last turn. I was wondering if they had a pile out, but it seemed after the Zombie Apprentice that it wasn't there. So I don't know. I kind of want to go through that, see if they had it. It looked like it was gonna be hard to land in set. If there was one. I don't know if there was though. It's hard to say. You have to really count your gains and stuff. They also only had one city quarter, so that really would have limited them. Um, I don't know. Overall, what I think of the match, like it was it was good. Like look, some things went. This we gotta say this. Some things went our way, some things didn't. And a 3-3 versus a player as good as Fircoal is fine with me. Fircoal's a very strong player, and I had my chance to have some shuffle luck. Like so I really can't complain that much where like it was bad. When it was bad for me, because there were moments it was bad for my opponent as well. So I guess that's all my thoughts at the end of this match. Thanks for watching, guys. ZWLemon signing off.